So this is the Power BI that we already installed. So I will close this one and connect my data again. The CSV file I will connect. Okay, the sample superstore. I am dropping this sample superstore data into chat box also, so that you can collect it from there. If you don't have the data, you can download it from the chat box also. Okay, I am just insert CSV and load it. Okay, so the data is loaded here. So now let me tell you first thing about the views of Power BI. Here it is the data that is connected, right? In the right side. Okay. And in left side, there are three symbols. As you can see, first is your report view, second is your data view, and third is your model view. Okay. So let's see what are these things. These are very important in Power BI as well as any visualization tool. If you will find report view, the very first, the screen in front of you is your report view where you build your visualizations with your data. Okay. So whatever the charts, whatever the dashboard you will create, all these are known as your reports. Okay. As I told you yesterday also, what is basically the reports are, right? Second thing is your data view. When you click on it, then you can view your data, right? What are the column names? What is the data inside it? Okay. So what type of data you have, all things you can view over here. And basic thing is that your whole data will be here. Okay. So you can view that one also. As well as you know, here, if you have this data, so you can see by individually that when you click on row ID, suppose the name is row ID, the data type is whole number, and the format is also whole number. So this all information will be available over here. Okay. Data grouping also we will look into it later on, that how we can make the groups of the different data. Okay. So like this, if you will change it, you can see what is the particular format of the data also. Right. So this is the one view that you can have, and you can observe your data, you can understand your data, that what is the category, what is the data type, all those things. A basic view when we need to go through it. Okay. And the third thing, that is model view. Okay. When you click on it, you will see this type of single window here showing the column names. Right now, I just have one data set with me. Okay. Click on load, Rohit. No, do not click on transform right now, because if you will click on transform after loading your data, okay, it will move on the Power Query editor. So we will look into Power Query editor later on. So we will just going through the basic things so that you can start working on Power BI with the basic tools, like creating the chart, creating the dashboard, simple dashboards. Okay. So you will go through the basic format like fresher, intermediate, and the advanced. Or you can say the basic, intermediate, and advanced. So more or less, three projects also will be there. One will be the basics, second will be the intermediate tools of Power BI, then third one will be the advanced, that will connecting with the SQL and using the advanced visualization techniques in Power BI. So just we are going in the steps. Now, as you know, only one data set is here. So in model view, only one thing is over here. Okay. If I will connect one more Excel file, let me connect one more and show you what is the changes you will find in this view format. Okay. Just hold on. Let the second data set also loaded in Power BI. Okay. Just one file I need. Click on load. Second also uploaded. Okay, you can see Power BI automatically creates a connection line in between both the files. As you know, first one is global superstore data, that is orders table. Second is sample superstore data. So there are a lot of columns names that are same in both of these. Okay, so now you can see here in properties, what is the relation in between these two? So from the sample superstore data, you have the row ID. Okay, and there is a cardinality. Cardinality means what is the connection method, that is 1:1. Okay, so order ID is connected with order ID only. Okay, so in orders table there is row ID also. So both these things map and it connected. Okay, so if I will change it to one to many, okay, so it means one to many to one. It means all the content from the first table, that is sample superstore, are connected with the row ID of the second one, right? More or less, many times we use many to many. Okay, so this will connect all the data from both the tables, right? It is just like the joins that we have. When we need all the data to be connected, we use many to many. Okay, so many to many is most probably used when all the rows are same, or you can say all the columns are same in both the tables. Okay, that's why it is showing the error, or it is showing just the you can say the message that all the columns are not same. Many to one can be used, right? So this is the relation that you create over here, as well as these type of properties you can find also when you click on this connection line. Okay, so here you can find one cross filter direction. Both side you want the filters to be implemented simultaneously or in a single side. So you can use these relations also over here. Okay, so this is a basic relation created over here by this model view. Later on, we will have many connections also, order tables, and make this diagram relations. So basically, what is a source of order table? Excel or SQL? Excel. This is Excel math, and I did nothing. Why? When I uploaded the second table, that is orders, this relation is created automatically. Okay, so this table you can also download from samples Kaggle website. This is global superstore data. One is sample superstore data. The orders table you can get from global superstore data. Okay, so both the things are there. I will upload it into the shared folder also. So if you will not find it on Kaggle, you can download it from the folder also. Orders link, I will upload it because the file is more than 5 MB, so I can't share in the chat box right now. Okay, I will upload it into the shared folder also. Right now we don't require this orders table for today, right? I am just showing the example that how the relations are over here. So if you want that you want to create manually the relations, suppose I just select this line and click on delete button. and this relation can be removed also. Okay, if I want that to create this relation again, say row ID again with the row ID. So I will search the row ID in the second table also. Here it is. So I will drag and drop this over here. Okay, as you can see, when I am dropping over here, it shows some dotted lines. It means it is mapping over here. Okay, I will drop it on it. Okay, so now you can see the relations is created as well. Similarly, let me delete it again. If there is the reason, okay, if I will drag and drop reasons over here, then it will say this relation has credentialities of many. Okay, this this should only be used if it is expected that neither columns this is contains unique values. So as we know, the unique things are not there. So we will use only the row ID over here. So according to the row ID, there is the similarities into it. Okay. So can we connect one data from company data and another from our Excel file? I am getting some report from vendor which needs to be compared with company data. Definitely you can connect all these files also. Yes, common columns is mandatory to connect. Otherwise, what will be the relation you are creating with it? Okay. So that's why Rohit, you need a common column. As you know, the same thing performed in the joins in SQL also. Joins, union, all these things perform on a particular common column. Okay. So the reference column must be there that makes some relation in between the two things. Okay. Just like the relations in human beings, right? You will say, she is sister of mine, he is brother of mine, like that, these relations. So there is some connections in between each and everything. Then that's only the thing you say this is the relation, right? So other than that, you say these are the strangers, right? So similarly over here also, if some data is not common in between them, or the column name even is not same, so the other data are stranger for them. Okay. So let's see, and you can connect as many as data from as many as data sources, and you can create relation in between them. As you see, one is CSV file, second is Excel file. If I will connect my data from the other sources also, it can create the relation again with over here. Okay. So let's move to the first one, that is report view now. Okay. And we will use the sample superstore data, right? So what we are going to do today, we will create 4 charts only. Okay. Simple charts, and we will create the dashboard out of it, right? Table visible only in data. Yes, table is only visible in data, uh, visible data view. Okay. Other than that, you can view your table into your Power Query editor also. How you can view that? Click on your right click on your table, and you can say edit query. Okay. If you will click on edit query, it will open. Let me share my whole screen so that it will be visible. Okay. So let me show it again. Right click on your data set. Here is your edit query option. If you will click on it, it will open in Power Query Editor. Okay. So here is your data. Here you can uh, clean your data, transform your data, edit your data, add a new column, all the things that you can do in your Excel also. Those things you can perform over here also. You can implement the filters, you can implement new data over here by creating some formula, you can create a new column also. So this is your basically data cleaning section that is used by Power Query Editor. Okay. Right now, we will not move with that. We will just today look into 4 charts and a dash, right? And we will see what are the different features that we can use in a chart formation. Okay. So the very first thing, we will select a bar chart. Okay. Like this. All of you have the same layout of Power BI, or maybe some of you have the chart view in the center of filters and the data. Okay. So uh, here, as I selected the template, okay, that's the difference in between Tableau and Power BI. In Power BI, you can select a template by yourself. That okay, this particular chart I need to create, right? So I selected the bar chart. Now, second thing, in bar chart, what are the basic requirements that you can also go through it over here? That is, you need a y-axis data, x-axis data. Then you can insert the legends also into it. Small multiplies also you can use into it. We will look into this part also. Tool tips also you can use. We will see these tool tips also into it. Okay. So let's start with x-axis, x and y-axis. So for x-axis, y-axis, sorry, or in x-axis, we will take subcategory. Okay. And in y-axis, let's take the sales. Okay. I just drag and drop the values, right? Oh, I need to interchange it. Okay. You can see if you will make mistake, your charts will not be in a proper format. So you can change the data. Okay. Okay. Here, what I am getting the count of subcategories. Okay. But what I don't want the subcategories according to the count. Okay. So what I will do, I will select the subcategory and I will select the sales also. Okay. Now here in y-axis, the subcategory is selected as usual, right? If you will do drag and drop process like this one, okay, then also it is working. But previously, what we have done in subcategory, we dropped like this, and the sales we dropped in x-axis. So last time, by mistake, it is converted into the count function. Okay. Right now, it is in the text format only. So it is some categorical data that is available with us. Okay. You can change this one if you want some other thing directly from here, other attribute you want to take over here. Okay. So this is the one thing we selected X and Y category. Okay. X and Y axis. Now, in what is the legend? Okay. Let's check this one also. Select the categories and drop it into the legend like this. So you can see the legend are on the top of the chart in different colors. So legend basically categorize your data into different parts. Okay, like in category there are three things: furniture, office supplies, and technology. So this legend changes the whole visualization into these three parts by some different color combinations into it, right? So please drop some message into chat box, those who are connected, okay, so that we can identify the tendencies also. Okay. So the third thing, that is small multiplies. Okay. If I will drop, suppose the reasons into small multiplies. Okay, you can see what small multiplies basically do. It divides the data, or it divides the chart into different categories that particular attribute have. So in regions, there are only four categories: center, east, south, and west. Okay. So basically, this kind of things are done when we are dealing with multiple KPI functions. Okay. So what is the growth? What is the downfall? What is the particular ratio systems are there? So that kind of things we can have with multiple charts. Basically, subplot system is there. If you want multiple charts in a single screen, then you can divide it into different categories using this multiple uh, small multiplies. Okay. Now the tool tips. As you can see here, when I move my cursor on any chart, okay, I see some pop-up window. This is basically known as the tooltip. Whatever the displays in a pop-up window. If you want a specific values or specific particular thing in this uh, pop-up window, then you can also use it. Like say, uh, let's say the segment into the tooltip. Now, if I will move my cursor, I can see a particular segment also into it. First segment, first segment. So here also the first segment like this. Okay. So like this in tooltips in the visualization, you can use these particular values, right? Can we add slicer to this chart, and can we use two or three charts using two sets of data like orders and support? Definitely, Dulanga, we will use that one also. Okay. When we create the dashboard, we will insert slicers also. Slicers are basically the filters visible in your dashboard along with the you can say your visualization or the dashboard. Okay, definitely we will use. So what we are looking into the basic functions that we can do with the visualization. Okay. Okay. So this is the basic thing. I will remove the small multipliers so that we can look into more things in here. Okay. So this this is the one thing that you have, that what are the elements that you can add into it. Second thing, now from here, so what are the those, go to the more options first, right? Here you can see, just scroll down, you see data labels. Okay. When you open it, you can see the particular values in your visualization. Okay. So in data labels, when you expand it, you can see all the options with it, the values, the position of these particular data values inside and inside center, like this one. If you will change, you can find that the data also changes. Okay. Interface is a bit different for visualization. Yeah, that will be the same, Rohit. Don't worry. So whatever the screen that you have, let me use your chart that you've shown. So here also on the second option, let me annotate it over here. This one, this one is to use the different uh, options that I am using right now. Okay, the second one and the third one. Here are the options that you have. This is the uh, particular visualization that I have on the top, and these are the things that I shown you right uh, before this point. Okay, so don't worry, these are all same over here also. Okay, just the difference of interface, right? So let me back to the Power BI of mine. Okay, So uh, second option that you have the visuals over there also. You will find all these options over there. So size and the style you can change very easily. Title you can change, like sum of sales is not nothing like that. So you can uh, use this one as per your requirement. Sales and subcategory. Let's say sales and subcategory, you can say, and subcategory. Okay. You can increase the size of your title like this, make it center, make it bold. Okay. Make it italic, underline. Okay. Subtype title you want to add divider like this. So it will be over there. Okay. Color you can change for the divider also, this line particularly. Okay. The spacing in between these x-axis, y-axis, you can edit it. Okay. The legends, you can add it where you need your legends to be there. Okay. Grid lines, zoom slider is also one of the things that you have over here. Like if you will on your zoom slider, there is a slider available now over here in the bottom of x-axis. If you will move your slider, you can see the values are decreasing. So you can select a particular values of it, right? Let's say I just want the data more than 1 lakh or more than 1.5 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh. So like this, you can change the parameter or change the value range of x and y axis. Okay, right now in y axis there is no numeric values, so it is not showing the slicer over there, right? So just explore these different options inside here, right? Then let's see about the properties. Properties are just few things that you need to alter. You need to enter some descriptions along with your chart. So that kind of things are in the property. Okay, more or less in visuals you are working with, right? So this is the basic things that you can do with your data chart, right? So this is the one chart that we created. Okay, and let's plot another chart, and that is just use the pie chart. Okay, again you can see what are the things, what are the attributes required by pie chart to be created. Okay, so in that way, add a data. So you need a label, a value, the details, and the tooltips. So I will select reasons this time, category, sorry. I selected the category and the sales. Directly you can select from the list also. We can see automatically the legend. Legend, it means what is to be displayed, what is to be highlighted. Okay, that is your legend. The values are from the sales data, right? If you want any tool tips, you can go through that also. Again, you have more options and all this. Just hold on. Okay, so in more options, you have a lot of things to do with your pie chart also. So this is also the you can say area that you can explore. Okay, these are the different slicers. You can change the colors of the slicers also like this. Okay, so detail labels also there, options are there. What are the value type that you need? Okay, display unit. I don't need any units. I need to see the whole value. Decimal places also I don't need, so 0 decimal places from the value these are changed. And let's increase the numbers, number size, and make it highlight. Okay, so this is one way you can do. Percentage decimal value, I don't want, so just make it 0 also. Okay. So rotation, if you want to rotate this chart like this one, I will rotate, it will be moving, right? Later on, I will also show you that how you can separate the values out of it. Like this one will be going outside and cutting things like this. Okay. Can we show only percent? Yes, you can show only percent also. In options, you can move. Okay. And in detail labels, the values are there. Okay. So select this one, select any value. Okay. So I request you, here you have the things. So here what you can do, see, in the, just hold on, size and style. Okay, you have many things into it. You can change the visuals, you can change the visual border also. You have the title, you have the slicer also. You can change the title as we already changing. Okay, and let me move on to that one also. The legend that you have, where you want your legends slicer also there. Okay, the positions you have, the values that you have, display order that you need. Okay, so the rotation that you have. Okay, so here one more thing that you can do, if you want just a percentage. Okay, what you need to do over here like this. So here you have data value and the percent. You have to double click on the value. Okay, so in detail labels, this thing is there in options. Okay, label contents. Okay, you need to select this one, that I just need the percentage of total like this. You can say I just need the category name into it like this. Okay, you can have the category and the percentage only. Okay, and you can say all detail labels be there. So whatever the things are there, it will be displayed into your over here. Okay, so this, like this, you can change the details into it. Okay, so here is your pie chart, right? Let's move on to the third page. Just hold on. Okay, so let's select the next chart, right? So that is tree map. It is also an interesting chart. Here, what you need a category, you need a data that for details, you need a value, and then you need a tooltip. Okay, so let's select from here. Again, selecting the common data, that is subcategory and the sales. When you select only these two things, you observe that a particular divide categories of all the unique values in subcategory is divided into some area, right? So more the area, more the value. Okay, so that will be the thing, right? Here, what you can do now, you can add some details into it also. Okay, let's say detail according to the category. Okay, it is of technologies, this is from furniture, this is from office supplies, from other things you can update, or you can increase the font size also. All these things we have already seen. Okay, tooltips you can add also. From the second, data labels, if you select the data labels, you can see the value of the data also over there. Okay, so you can see the size and the position of these things are there. Okay, so here we have the data labels. Let's increase the value of the data label like this. Okay, so this is the chart that is used for the observations, right? So here we can easily identify that which particular category have the maximum value. right? Here, if I will see the fasteners having the minimum value, right? Sorry, sir, how do you take this? Can you explain again? Definitely, Dulanga. See, let me delete this chart and select a tree map from your visualization list or visualization uh, list of here. Okay, tree map. It is a tree map. Okay, now I am selecting the data. Just select subcategory. It will be automatically uh, connected with the category. Okay, yes, definitely padding option I will activate. So second thing, we have the sales. Okay, it is automatically connected to the values. If you add category into the details, you can see on the bottom of every block there is the division of the categories also. Okay, so we are not going in to add the values. Let's move to the second thing. Add the data label. Okay, go to the options. Okay, size and style that you have here, right? Here we have the padding option. Padding, it means how you want to adjust your chart. Okay, let's say increase the top size also, right? It is for 1 pixel, 2 pixel, right? The bottom one I will decrease. Okay, so you can see the adjustment of the chart in your screen. As you can see, this is the full chart now. Okay, and if I will increase the pedal size in the left side, you can see my chart is also uh, compressing towards the right side. So the pedal size is maximum to 20 pixels. If I'll make it all 20, let's see. Okay, and make it 20 also. It's just the page size, nothing else. Okay, so you just need to adjust so that it will show some border on your chart, right? If you will on your visual border also. Okay, and you will decrease the size. Now you can see your visualizations having some gap in all the borders. Okay, so yes, you can add the pictures also into it, like Canva background you can add. If you select this chart, okay, chart only, and you can move downward, you can add some background into it. You can change the color from white to, you can say, this blue. Okay, so blue is something, let's make it pink. Okay, so the transparency also you can increase and decrease, light or dark, or visual background you already added. So for a particular this chart, you can't add the pictures into it, but for the whole, like this one, you can add the Canva, right? Okay, let me check. Yes, here it is. So if I'll add this picture into it, let it get added. Normal, just fill whole. Transparency is maximum, so that's why it is not showing. So like this, you can have into it, fill, or you can say just fit on the screen. So like this, you can add a pictures also into it. So you can say this is the whole chart and this is your visualization. Okay, so like this one, you can add the pictures into it. Okay, so right now I will not use this picture over here. I will cross it. Okay, so this is your third visualization. So let's create the dashboard from these three, or let's take one more chart, that is scatter plot. It will be somehow interesting thing with this one. So scatter plot, let's see. the value X, Y, legend, size, play axis, and the tool tips. Okay. So let's select two data. First of all, let's select sales and the profit. Okay. At least two numeric values or numeric data is required in your scatter plot. Okay. Now let's add the subcategories over here. It will be automatically move on to the values. Okay. So now as you can see, the plot is like this one, right? So scatter plot showing you the different categories distribution in your data, right? Now you have one more thing with you over here, that is your legend. Let's see the categories into the legend like this. You can see your particular uh, data is divided into three categories, that is furniture, office supplies, and technology. Similarly, as you observe this thing into your bar charts also over here. So these legends divided your data into some categories. Similarly, over here also, you observe the same thing, right? Now, if I want to increase the size of these uh, these circles, okay. So what I will do, paddle background, just minimize this one, okay. Title, x-axis, y-axis, slicer also there, marker that you have, okay. Uh, all series you want or particular you want it. So what will be the type of the shape of the marker? You can say just the circles, okay. Say fill, right? So the size, you can increase or decrease your size like this, right? Sir, can we put this 4 pages to it? Definitely, that's what the dashboard is, okay? Because up to now we have not completed with uh, the scatter plot. We have some interesting things also, like if you want the size, right? There is an option of size separately from the visual properties. In this one, there is a size option, okay. Let's say I want the size according to the sales, okay. I will put sales in the size. You can see the size of your bubbles are increased, right? So let me again size and position of the bubble from bottom where it is. So I will decrease the size to -1, -23. So it will be more effective now, as you can see, right? So these are more easy to understand, which have in the maximum data or which having the minimum value like this. Okay. So tooltips you already know. Here is one more thing here, that is play axis. This is very interesting thing of scatter plot. If you'll use order data, okay, let's see what it do. In order data, we have the hierarchy. Let me use the year into play axis. Okay. So here you can see the combinations and all those things also available into it. Just hold on. Hello. Yes. So, what is the query? Just hold on. So Rohit says not getting the hierarchy for order date. Okay, so maybe you just downloaded it from Kaggle. Maybe the hierarchy is not available. So try to drop it into the particular category. What is the result you are getting? So in this one, in basically this particular play access option, okay, maybe you will not find the previous version of Power BI. It is available here. So what you have, I just dropped the year into the play axis. So here you can see in x-axis I have all the years, 4 years. If there is a play button also, if I will click on play, you can see it is moving from 2014 to 2017. Let me change it so that it can work for some more time. Okay, let's take the day. Okay, now you can see it is 31, right? That's the last day basically. It starts from 1. So as you can see, 1 to 31, it will move and it will show you the combinations, how the data is changing from day to day. Okay, it is showing you the relation also here. It will look like animation in Power BI. Okay, so this kind of things are also there, and you can see the historical data of different data sets also available. The orange one shows you the connectivities also. It is just like the historical data of it. Okay, so now with these 4 charts, let's prepare a dashboard of it. Okay, click on the new page, and what we are going to do, we are just copy each and every chart from the different pages and paste it into the new one. And let's adjust all this one. The page number 2, select this one, copy and paste it over here. Okay, you can adjust the size. First of all, let's copy all of them, then we will set the size. Okay, last one is our scatter plot. Copy and over here. Okay, so let's have like this over here. Let's adjust this one also. So yes, I'm just leaving some space on the top. Okay, and I will leave some space into the left side also. I'm going to use something in the left side, that is the slicers. This one. Okay, so you can add some headings by inserting the text box and all these things. Okay, so hierarchy later on I will explain you. By grouping the data, you can create the hierarchy by yourself also. Okay, but for today we are just looking into this dashboard, right? So now you can insert the slicers also. In the chart, you will find the slicer option also over there. This one, slicer, right? So what are the things that you want to include in this slicer? You have to add the data here. So first thing I will use in slicer is the category. Okay, in category also you can see this kind of slicer, and there are more options to selecting the slicer. This is the data. From here, go to the more options. Okay, so slicer settings, you can select the slicer. Okay, I will use the drop down one. This is my best one. So this is the category that I have. Let me minimize the filter so it will be more visible to you. Okay, so this is the one. Let me use more slicer into it. This one, and let's say the data. This time, let's say the particular reasons. Okay, according to the reason also, I can use it. So this one, more options in slicer settings. I will use the drop down again. So using the drop down, it gives you more space to include more slicers. Okay, these are the two slicers I am using. I am putting it on the top like this one. Okay, you can include as many as slicers into it. There is no foundations of using the slicers. Okay, so what is the basic use of slicer? Let me select the one that is a furniture out of it, and you can see your charts are changing according to the furniture only. So this is the thing that you will find using the slicers. Okay, so just to clear it like this. Okay, now in dashboard there is one more thing available over here as a card. Okay, card option is also there. See what is these cards are. Select a card and then say I just need the sales. It shows you the numeric values. So total sum of the sales is this one, right? If I will select one more card and say the profit, so the total profit I'm getting is this one. Okay, from the more options, let me decrease the size of it. Okay, let's decrease the size. Visual title that I have, visual borders I have, call out values. So let me decrease the, yes, like this, right? So like this, you can add this particular values also into your chart. Okay, this is a simple dashboard that you created, right? You can adjust the size of each and every chart over here, and by yourself use different charts and create a small dashboard. Okay, all of you have my LinkedIn ID with you. Okay, and you have to create this chart, create this dashboard using slicers, using these cards, use different charts. You can use more than 4 charts also. Okay, and share it on LinkedIn. Okay, what you can do, either you can take the screenshot of it or you can save the file as a PDF. Let's go to the file tab. After completion, go to the file tab and say export. Okay, export to PDF, right? So if you will click on export to PDF, it will convert all your pages into the PDF format. Okay, so you can share the PDF, either you can take the screenshot of this particular panel and you can share it on the link. Okay, see, all the things are now in front of you, right? So like this, you have the complete report with you. Okay, okay, let me share you my LinkedIn profile also. So in chat box, I shared my LinkedIn profile. So you have to create this particular dashboard and you have to share it on the LinkedIn. Okay, you can tag me so that I will analyze you, and if you will not found me, send me a request to add you. Okay, so that I can see your dashboard over there. It will help you a lot. Why? Because all the community also observe that in which field you are working, what are the skills you are upgrading in yourself. Okay, so that's it for today. Hope you all found the recordings also, right? I uploaded it into the folder and shared the link into the group also. Okay, already shared. So hope you are all getting the thing. Slowly we will move ahead, and it is not bounded up to 7 days only. We will go through it up to the completion of the topics, up to the completion of the advanced thing in Power BI, so that we have a command on a one tool active for a while. If we are not going with all the topics, then you have a very small basic knowledge of Power BI only. So it will not be utilized by you. So we must go through some projects. You have to understand it. It takes time. So I am extending the time up to the next Friday. Okay. On Kaggle, just move on to the Kaggle, Silky. Move on, download the data sets from the Kaggle. You already have the account on Kaggle. Okay. So get the data from Kaggle or from the Power BI platform also. You can select that one. Let me show you that the data set that basically Power BI gives you. Okay. So from this one, let's say move on to the file section and not over here. Let me go to the help section. In help section, you have the examples. Okay. When you click on it, you will find sample data set, sample reports, community galleries, partner showcases. So when you click on sample data set, okay, so it will load you that launch the tutorials or load sample data. Okay, experiment on your own to start creating visuals on your own. Load sample data. You can click on load sample data. It will load a data for you. See.
No, sir, sample data set I have, but other data set, global one.
Yes, get it from global superstore data. Yes,
Yes, that one I
you
don't have.
you can get it from Kaggle. I
Kaggle.
will
Okay, I
yes,
will check it. Global data supers. What is the name again? Global.
global superstore data.
Okay, okay. Global
I
superstore.
I will upload it into the shared folder also. Don't worry.
Okay,
So
okay.
if you are not going to find it in the shared folder or on Kaggle, you can find it on the shared folder also.
Okay. Mm.
Okay, all the resources also will be available over there.
Mm.
Rohit says how to check if I have latest or oldest version of Power BI. So always, if you have the previous version, it shows to update. Updates are available. Click to download in the right bottom side. Okay, so the version also available into it. By tomorrow, I will show that one also. That from where you need to check which particular version you have. Okay, like this one. Okay, here I have 2.117.984.0. Okay, from here the version that is from May 2023. So it's July, it's from May. So if I will update it, it will be of July 2023. Okay, so it comes from the help section from the about. Okay, so that's it for today. By tomorrow again, we will meet, and from tomorrow we will move ahead with more technicalities of Power BI, right? So now you have a lot of things to work with Power BI, a lot of charts you can prepare. Just prepare the basic chart. Try to change the colors, try to change the font of the numeric values, the text values inside your visualizations. Try to insert different data sets or different columns into your chart and see what are the changes it is showing you. Okay, so create a lot of charts with you and use the slicers and all those things. You have multiple options with each and every chart also. Okay, so that will be the best thing that you can do. Okay, so go ahead with that. Rohit, what is there? Rohit shares me something. Oh, you have the more updated version from mine, that is June 2023. Actually, the interface of yours and mine is different because I am logged in with my official ID. Okay, that's why it is a full version. So it is showing me some different interface. Okay, the things are just replaced. The features are same. Okay, sir, we have to create one report view. Yes, you have to create one dashboard using three, 4, 5, 6 charts that you wish. Okay, the dashboard that I created in the last, right?